Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to this channel. It's Servants here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, and happy new year guys. So this is the first video of our new year. Yeah, so I hope you guys started the year 2023 in a good way. So I already posted part of this video last December, and that was a tutorial on how to make the magnetic clasp, and I had no time later on to edit the video. That's why we are doing this tutorial now, and I apologize if the tutorial is late. By the way, this bag is going to have two handles: the beaded round circle handle as you just saw, then this round silver handle. So this bag can be versatile as you like. Yeah, so that is basically it. Please make sure you watch the video to the end. Do not skip any parts. Write me a comment in the comment section if you don't understand it, and let's get right into the tutorial. So by the way, this is a 0.6 fishing line. I know the label is out. You're going to need a scissors, and you're obviously going to need your sugar beads. I used this red and I later on used black. So you're going to cut your long fishing line, like I always say, cut a very long fishing line. Then what you are going to do is you are going to pick up 6 beads. We're going to make in a circle, a very large circle or the base. So go ahead and pick up 6 beads. That's 4, 5, 6, and we are going to cross with the other fishing line with that 6th bead, and you're just going to pull it down to form a ring of 6. So this ring of 6 we are going to call it row number 1, and to start row number 2 we are going to make another ring of 6. And now that my fishing line is attached to one bead, I need to complete that ring of 6 with 5 beads. So I just inserted 4 beads, then the 5th bead I crossed it with the other fishing line. And I'm going to take the fishing line which is facing the first row, that is that ring of 6 beads, and I'm going to insert it into the next bead. So my fishing line is attached to 2 beads right now, and to complete a ring of 6 I'm going to pick up 4 beads. So that's 2, 3 and 4, and then I'm going to cross it with the other fishing line. So I'm going to be doing this. I am going to insert my fishing line into the next bead from the previous row. My fishing line is still attached to 2 beads, and I am going to take the fishing line facing upwards, and I'm going to pick up 3 beads, and I'm going to cross with the 4th bead. By the way guys, if I sound funny, I apologize. I am having cough, so just bear with me. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue doing this until I get back to the start. Okay, here we are about to attach our last 6 beads. So I'm going to insert my fishing line into that first bead there. Then I'm going to insert it into the first bead of row number 2. So our fishing line is attached to 3 beads, as you can see. And to complete a ring of 6, I am going to go ahead and pick up 3 beads and cross with the 3rd bead. So this completes row number 2. I promise this bag is very easy. Just make sure you watch till the end without skipping. Yeah, so row number 2 is complete. For row number 3, it is very simple again. So I'm going to just bring the camera down so you guys can see very well. I apologize for all the noises that you might hear, guys. So I am going to row number 3 is basically attaching alternating between 5 and 6 circle of beads. So when you want to do a 6 circle of bead, your fishing line is supposed to be attached to 2 beads, like how you can see here. And I picked up 4 beads and crossed with the 4th bead, like so. And just know that all the pointy ends of your work right now is going, or they are going to carry 5 circle of 5 beads. So like this one, I just inserted my fishing line in that one bead of the pointy part. Then I picked up 3 beads again to make a total of 5, and I crossed with the 3rd bead. So yeah, I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do another row of 6 beads. So I'm inserting my fishing line into 2 beads, then I'm going to pick up 3 beads again, then cross with the 3rd bead, and the next thing is that pointy end. And like I said, the pointy end is 5 beads. So just go ahead and work this until you get to the end. If you started with a ring of 6 beads, know that you're going to end with a ring of 5 beads basically. Okay, now we are about to complete row number 3. I'm going to insert my fishing line into one bead from the previous row, then into the first bead of the row. And like I said, since I started with 6 beads, I'm going to end with 5 beads, a ring of 5 beads. So I'm just using 2 beads to complete that row. So we have our circle here, it's already forming, and now we are going to do the last step of our base, and that is simply making rings of 4. So you're going to be inserting your fishing line into one bead, then you are going to pick up 3 beads and you're going to cross with the third bead to make a circle of 4. This is just for the beginning, and to continue you're going to insert the fishing line which is facing the base into the next bead, and with the other fishing line you're going to pick up 2 beads and cross with the second. So we're just going to continue doing this until we get back to the start of our work. Okay, here we are at the end. I am just trying to complete the row, and to complete the row I'm inserting my fishing line into the last bead from the previous row and into the first bead from this next row. So we have a total of 4 rows. The first row being just the ring of 6 beads, the second row a total ring of 6 beads again, the third row alternating between 6 and 5 rings, and the fourth row is just 4 rings. Yeah, so this is the fourth row. This is the fourth row I'm completing. As you can see, my fishing line is attached to 3 beads, so it means I need 1 bead to finish up. Yeah, so this completes the base. I know it's looking big in the video, but trust me, it's really small. So that's why I carry the camera back up. The bead is really small, like the base is small, it's not as big as you can see it. Now what we're going to do now is build up the sides. Now that we have the base, we are going to build up the sides. So we are going to be working in rings of 4 beads for the rest of this project. So I'm going to pick up 3 beads and cross with the third bead, as you can see. Yeah, so we're going to be working on the sides like this. This is how the sides are supposed to stand up, and we're just going to be working around it like so. So we're going to insert our fishing line into one bead of row number 4, or of the last row of the base. Then we are going to pick up 2 beads and cross with the second bead. So we are going to work like this for the entire base, but we are going to have to make an opening for the mouth or the lid. So just keep on working like this. Then I'm going to tell you how many of these you should make and how many what number of beads you should leave for the gap. So this is just me working on it, and I'm going to show you how many beads I left and is proper to leave. When you work around, know that you're going to leave a gap of 5 beads, so that's 5 beads right there. So I'm starting from where I started, and I'm going to count 5 beads. So with those 5 beads I am not going to work anything there. Okay, in case you didn't get it last time, let me show you guys what I mean. So as you can see, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am going to leave that 5th bead as part of the gap that is going to show the opening of our bag. Yeah, so I'm just going to finish the that round of 4 bead for the sides, like so. I have a very long ass fishing line, so it's causing me some trouble. It's going to tangle sometimes. Yeah, so this just completed the row. As you can see, that is my 5 gap there, and normally my bead is supposed to be facing upward because we are going to be working back from the way we came from. I'm going to insert my fishing line into the fishing line on my right. I'm going to pick up 2 beads, then cross with the second bead like so. I've just done that. So our bead is facing upward, or fishing line is facing upward. Then we are going to work back the way we came from. So the fishing line on my right, I'm going to pick up 3 beads. Then I am going to cross with the third bead, and I'm going to continue the motion. You guys know the motion or the pattern by now. You're going to insert your fishing line into the next bead from the bottom row. Then we are going to pick up 2 beads, then cross with the second bead. I'm just going to let you guys watch, and if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section. At this stage, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel to join the family, please subscribe. Please like this video if you know it's helpful. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. Give me there's nothing else to say. Share this video to someone who you might think may need it. Yeah, so just keep on working like this, and I'm going to show you how many rows you should do for this part. Okay, so this is how much I did. This is 4 rows, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, 6 rows. Why did I just say 4? It's clear that it's 6. So this is 6 rows, and we still have our gap of 5 right there. Yeah, so you're going to make the exact same thing twice, basically. So this is my second one, in which I already did this. Then we're simply going to join these 2 parts together. As you can see, there is, just make sure that your beads are equal. Okay, if you have an equal amount of beads, say you left 6 beads instead of 5 for the gap, you are going to have errors that you're not even going to believe. So make sure that your bag is equal. So at this point, I'm not even gonna lie, I was running out of red beads, and I just decided to join the bag, or to join the 2 sides together. So as you can see, I just inserted my fishing line into one of the beads at the side. I'm going to pick up 1 red bead, and I'm going to insert it into the other fishing line on the other side, and I am simply going to cross with 1 bead like so, and I am going to continue this motion. I'm going to insert my fishing line into the next beads on the side like so. So when you cross it, when you join the bag, it's still seamless. It's like you didn't even make the bag in 2 different sides. Yeah, so I'm inserting my fishing line into the next bead, and I'm going to insert the other fishing line into the next bead also. Then I'm going to cross it with 1 bead, and I'm going to let you just let you guys watch. I don't know why I can't talk. I'm going to let you guys watch. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section. So basically, we finished putting together our 2 cylinders to make 1 cylinder, and I'm just trying to complete the row here. I'm just left with 1 bead, so I'm going to insert the fishing line, one of the fishing lines, into 1 bead, and I'm going to pick up 1 bead, and I'm going to insert that fishing line back down the other side, so that it's going to meet the other fishing line, and I'm going to create a knot and tie there so that everything is nice and secure. And when I'm done tying twice is fine, by the way. When I'm done tying, I'm just going to tuck in the fishing line into several beads so that I can cut. Make sure you never cut your excess fishing line where you made the knot. So tuck it in different directions as far as you can. Then cut your fishing line. So this is how she's looking like. So we have one big open mouth for the bag. Yeah, so just cut your fishing line. So this is what we have for now. The next thing we're going to make is the lid for our bag. So this is where I brought in my black sugar beads. So we are having 12 of our beads, which are available for the lid, but we are going to use 10 of those beads. So when I say we use 10, I mean we are going to skip the first and the last bead. So we are skipping that first bead right there, because if we start making the lead from the first bead, it's going to overlap and it's not going to look good. We just want it to flow seamlessly. So I'm inserting my fishing line into the second bead, and I'm going to pick up 3 beads, and then I am going to cross with this third bead. As you can see, I was trying to make a red border, so what I did was make 1 bead at the end for red, or basically at all the edges I inserted 1 red bead. Then I worked the middle part in black beads. So yeah, that is how it was looking like. I inserted my fishing line into the next bead, then I picked up 2 beads and I crossed it together. So yeah, this is it. Just insert your fishing line, pick up 2 beads, cross with the second bead. When we get to the end, I'm going to show you what to do next, so just keep on watching. So here we are at the end. As you can see, I am not going to work into the first bead. I'm just doing my last round here, which is the second to the last bead. Yeah, so I'm just inserting my fishing line. I'm going to skip that last bead, and because I want to make a red border, I'm going to start by putting 1 red bead, then I'm going to cross with a black bead. Yeah, so I'm making 1 red bead and crossing with a black. Then to start row number 2, I'm going to pick up 1 red bead and 2 black beads and cross with the second black bead, or basically the third bead on the fishing line. So this is how I make the border of the back. It's not necessary to do this, but since I was running out of red fishing line, I didn't want to make it red beads. I didn't want to make I just decided to use what was left of the red beads to make a you know, sort of a border so that it won't be completely black. So this is what I did. So you're just going to keep on watching back and forth, back and forth. You know the pattern by now. So I'm going to see you guys when we get to the end of our lid. So here we are with our complete lid. As you can see, the red borders worked spectacular. It is so beautiful, so nice. And I did 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 for the lid, and it just covers perfectly. So if you want to do the lid, if you don't know how many you should do, basically do, remember how we skipped 5 for the opening? You're going to do that 5 plus an extra. So that is basically how you calculate it. So I am just trying to show you guys how to make the brim. I'm not actually going to show you guys, but I use the magnetic lock. I have the tutorial on how to not make the brim, to insert the magnetic lock. Not going to show that in this tutorial. I'm going to link the tutorial down in the description box, because I feel like it's a general tutorial that everyone needs when you're creating your beaded bags. So these are the magnetic locks, and this is it after it is attached to the back. Yeah, so it is very easy to do. Make sure you watch that tutorial, or you can just continue watching this video, then do the magnetic lock later, because after you've inserted the handles and everything else, you can still put the magnetic lock. So you can still not leave this video and watch the magnetic lock video later on. Okay, what I'm making here is just a little flower-ish thing to put at the lid of the bag. It's nothing difficult. You just make a ring of 6. So take a fishing line, a short fishing line by the way. You insert 6 beads into the fishing line, then cross with the 6th bead. As you're going to see me doing, it's just a little decoration for, the place where the magnetic lock is on the lid. So we have a ring of 6 here. I don't know why I was working off camera, but I hope you can see. Then you're going to pick up 1 bead and you're going to cross it like so again, and that bead is going to basically be the middle bead. I'm really working off camera, so as you can see, I've just flip the bead and put it in the middle, and then I'm going to take the fishing lines, then I am going to cross them on the bead which is directly opposite the bead in which we crossed the first time. I don't know if that made sense, but I know you can't see what I'm doing, but just try to understand. So like I said, I'm just making a flower-ish sort of thing. As you can see, I've just crossed it on the two sides, and we have that bead in the middle. So it is nothing too difficult. This is after absolutely not necessary, by the way. You don't need to do this. Yeah, so I was just trying to move the bead around so that I can tie it, make all the two fishing lines to reach one place so I can tie it. I really apologize for the people talking in the background. There are people in the house and they don't care whether you are recording or not. They're just going to talk. It's just, recording anything in Cameroon, do voiceovers is very hard, because normally I do these voiceovers like in the night when no one is up, and it's very stressful. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah, so this is it. We are just simply going to attach it to the bag now, by the way. And attaching it is nothing too serious. I'm just going to go to where the magnetic lock is situated. Then I am going to use one end of the fishing line to attach it to the bag, and the other end of the fishing line to attach it. One fishing line is coming out at the top, the other at the bottom. I am doing a terrible job at explaining this, so I'm just going to let you guys watch the entire video. I'm not going to fast forward it, just watch the video. So like I said, this step is completely optional. You really don't need to do this, but I thought it was going to look nice. Yeah, so I just worked it like so. I even brought in extra fishing line to help me easily work the little flower on the flap, and I just tied it when I was done. So like I said, just keep on watching. I'm sure you understand what I am doing, because I know I'm doing a terrible job at explaining it. Actually, I may have forgotten to mention this, but I didn't bring in extra fishing line. Actually, when I was attaching the magnetic clasp to the flap or the lid of the bag, I left all the excess fishing line there because I knew I was going to use it to make to attach the low flowers. So I didn't bring extra fishing line. Actually, I just used the one which was left from attaching the magnetic clasp. Please do watch the tutorial for the magnetic clasp. The tutorial is simple, it's fast, it is straightforward, and your magnetic clasp is not going to ever come out. It's going to be so strong, you are not going to believe it. So make sure you watch out for that tutorial. I'm going to link it up in the cards. I'm going to link it at the end of this video. Then I am going to put the link down in the description box as well. Okay, so this is what our bag is looking like with our little flower. I feel like I sound like a dying whale. The cough is really disturbing me. So the next one we're going to make is this silver handle. We're going to attach the silver handle. This silver handle, I used it to make the tutorial for that giant bow for my green beaded bag. I'm going to leave the tutorial for the green beaded bag and how I made the bow down in the description box, so make sure you check it out. So I just had to leave the bow on it for now and try to attach it to see how it's going to look. And you just saw me counting the sides so that I'm going to know which is the midpoint to attach my handle. Seriously, the kids talking in the background is so irritating when one is trying to, record something. If you relate to this, just let me know down in the comments section. Let's cry together. So I just picked up two beads, then crossed with one bead. After inserting my fishing line in the middle bead, by the way, then I picked up two beads, then crossed with one bead again, like so. Then we are going to bring in the handle of our bag. We are going to slide it in, by the way, and to end it all, we are going to pick up two beads on each side, and I am going to bring up my handle of my bag, and I am going to loop all those beads that I've just made right now across. Then I'm going to go into the bead which is directly opposite that first bead in which we inserted our fishing line, and I'm going to tie it. So yeah, that is basically all of it. I know the bead is black and it's not showing, but I hope my explanation sort of helped. So we're just going to tie it and it creates this loop. Just go ahead and try it and see which way works best for you. Then I'm just going to tuck in my fishing line in random directions, then cut it off. So this is how a handle is looking like. So this is basically the simpler of the handles, a nice simple handle. You don't even need the bow tie on this one. Yeah, so like you could make it empty like that. Remove the bow tie, insert the bow tie, that is up to you. This is a simple quick handle if you want to get the job done very fast. Yeah, so this is how it's looking like. These are just some few videos, some pictures of how our bag handle is looking like. Now we are just going to go get into making the second handle. Hopefully making the second handle is not going to be as tricky, so just pay attention. So basically we are going to be making circles, and to start making the circles we are going to start making the normal making of a mat for beads. That is starting with 4 beads, crossing with the fourth bead, insert bead in fishing line on the left, in fishing line right, then we cross with 1 bead. So we're just going to continue making this motion like this. Most of the time I'm going to let you guys watch, and trust me, it's not very hard to do this. It's very easy. So you're going to insert bead in the right fishing line, left fishing line, then you're going to cross with 1 bead. Yeah, so just keep on watching. So the number of beads we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So we have 13 beads here. Note that our ring of beads is supposed to be 15. If we have 13 now, the 14th bead is going to help us to turn. We are going to turn to start row number 2. You need 3 rows of this, and we are going to insert the 15 bead when we want to join the round. So in total your circle is supposed to be 15 beads. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, so we're going to start up. We have 14 beads now. We're going to be working a 14 by apologize, seriously, I have cough. We're going to make a 14 by 3 sort of mat. So you know the procedure, you know the drill. Insert your fishing line into the next bead of the previous row, then you are going to pick up 2 beads and cross with the second bead, and you're going to continue doing this until you get to the end, until you have 3 rows. And this is me with my 3 rows, 14 by 3 rows. Like I said, I'm just completing the third row like so. So I'm just going to insert my fishing line, cross, pick up 2 beads and cross, and that completes the row. Now what we are going to do is to join those beads, join the entire row together. And here is how we are going to do it. You're just going to flip it over until it gets to the other side like so. Then you're going to use the fishing line which is at the bottom, pick up 1 bead. Then I'm sure you know how to join beads by now. pick up one bead, then you're going to pick up, insert the fishing line into the first bead on the other side, pick up one bead again, then cross. Yeah, so this is going to make it 15 rows, 15 by 3 rows. So you're just going to join this until you get to the end of of this little circle-ish thing here. So when you're done joining it, you're simply going to press it together like so to make a circle. You're going to press it together so that the second row is going to be facing in the middle, and this is how your circle is going to be looking like. And now we need to just complete the circle, and to complete the circle we are going to take our fishing line, insert one bead, then cross it to the other side. And basically we're doing a joining here. I've showed joining a lot in this video. So then you're going to pick up one bead and cross, then you're going to insert your fishing line into the next bead on one side, the other bead on the other side, then cross with one bead. So go ahead and continue watching if you are still confused. So here I'm just finishing up with joining the circle together, and this is how it is looking like. I'm just going to tie off, then I am going to move it in different directions. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that. By the way, you need 6 circles like this for the handle. You need 6 of them, and you're going to make 4 of them and join it the way I have just done. Then the remaining 2, I'm going to show you guys what to do. So what I did was I made 4 black, since like I said, 4 black and 2 red. So the 4 black are the blacks that are the ones you're going to join. Like everything that I've just shown here is what you're going to do with 4 of the circles. Then I decided to do since I was running out of red beads, I decided to do the red beads as the middle bead of sorts. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I mean in a moment, but this is how it's supposed to look like. This thing is so firm, this thing is so big, it's so firm. So like I said, you need 4 of them, but for now we have 2, and I'm going to show you guys how to attach one side. This is one side of the handle, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So like I said, I was going to use the red as a middle bead or as an attachment round. We still have our 14 beads, so I'm going to complete the 14 bead, then sorry, the third row, 14 bead of the third row. That is all the red I had, so I was being very stingy. I was being very stingy, so I'm just going to pick up 2 beads, then cross like so. Then this is what we are going to do now. So this is our 14 by 3, right? And we know that we need to join it to make 15 beads. So what you're going to do, you're going to close it up. This is one way of doing it. You either close it up like so, then you join it together, then you insert it into each round of the circles. But I'm going to show you guys what I did. That's just an alternative way. As the bead is flat like this, as our red bead is flat like this, I inserted it into each side of I inserted the black ones into each side of our work like so. So we are going to be working on it while it's flat. So I'm going to join it from here. So we all know how to join. Pick up one bead, insert it into the next bead on the opposite side. Pick up another bead and cross. And yeah, so that is basically what you're going to doing. I'm going to let you guys just watch, and I'm going to continue when we are done joining. So now that we have completely joined our red bead, this is what she's looking like. So we're going to squeeze it again the way we did to the other ones. Squeeze it like so. Then we are going to join it together again. So this part is pretty much self-explanatory. Just go ahead and watch what I am doing. When you're done joining, this is how it's going to look like, and you're just going to, make all the fishing lines to be in one place, tie it, then tuck it in. So this is what our handle looks like when we are done. As you can see, she's looking nice. And like I said, you're going to need 2 of them. Like I said, you needed 4 of the black, then 1 of the red, which you're going to use for joining. And yeah, so like you don't need to make them in different colors like this. You can make them in one color that is completely your choice. And now we are going to make the attachments for the bag. So that is 2 beads of pig, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you just need to pick beads that are as long as you wish for the attachment. As you can see, I picked up 10 and I realized that it was like kind of too short, so I increased it. So pick up beads that are as long as you wish. There's no particular number, but if you want to be sure, this is 12 I picked and it still wasn't long enough. I think I just did 15 or something. Yeah, so that's 13, 14, 15, and 15 seemed fine. So I just added 1 more to make it 16. Then I tied it. So just make sure you tie it really hard, really strong, like so. Tied twice or 3 times in this case. Then you're going to tuck in the excess fishing line, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side of that circle handle. Okay, now we have the 2 black beads on each side. What we're going to do is to make a ring of red beads in the middle. So pick up the same number as you did for the other beads. Then you're just going to wrap it around them and tie it, and you're going to see what I mean. So just keep on watching. So we're done with our handle. This is how she's looking like. And all we have to do is to attach her to the bag and we are going to be done. So bring up your bag. We are going to be attaching her to the sides of the bag like the way I am showing. Yeah, so just attach it to the sides. So bring up your fishing line. As you can see, I was just measuring the midpoint again because you want your handles to be at the midpoint. So the midpoint obviously of this bag is that 3rd bead right there, from the 5 that we skipped. The midpoint is the 3rd bead right there. Then I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the handle last time, and that is make a long mat that is going to wrap around the one of the circles. Then I'm going to attach it to the base of the bag. So that didn't make sense. I know it did not make sense, but just watch. Just continue watching because I am bad at explaining this. Just watch exactly what I do, then replicate it. By the way, if you make any of the beaded bags from this channel, please tag me on Instagram at servant_cmr. I would love to see your creations, and I'm going to post your anyone's creations on their community tab, on my community tab here on YouTube. So if you recreate anything on my channel, please make sure you tag me on Instagram so I can show my subscribers, my followers, that you see I have people following my tutorial and they make good bags. Okay, so just tag me on Instagram and I am going to give you a shout out as well. So this is the long thing I was talking about. So I made 4 of them. Then I am just going to insert it into that one of the circles right there. I'm going to insert it into one of the circles like so. I'm sure it's making sense now. Then I'm going to find one bead which is attached to the base, and I am just going to pick up 2 beads on each fishing line. Then I'm going to and cross with 1 bead. Then I'm going to pick up 2 beads again on each fishing line. So you can see I think I had 5, and that 5 could wrap around and reach the base. So yeah, pick up 2 beads on each side, then pull it out and cross. So I'm sure if what I'm saying is not making sense, this video is making sense. So I've just inserted the bead into, I'm going directly opposite that third bead in the middle there. I'm going directly opposite, inserting my fishing line right there, and that bead is on the ring in which we were alternating 5 and 6 beads, by the way. Then I just tied it across, tied it twice, then I took in my fishing line, and that was it. So we have one side attached. We are basically going to repeat the same thing for the other side. Nothing too serious, very easy. So just go ahead and do that. When you're done with your bag, this is how it's supposed to look like. Nice, cute, beautiful. This is how the bag looks like in real life. It is so good, so mature. I even had a video where I was trying to style all my beaded bags, and this bag, I love the way it looked. So if you want to check out that video on how I styled my beaded bags, just check the link down in the description box. Yeah, so this is basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, share this video to someone who might